Hey guys, it's Mari Alexander here, or All About Everything 56, as you may know me. So today I'm gonna be doing like a remake because I remember that I'm getting ahead of myself. What I'm doing a remake on is how to make paper beads, because I remember the last video I did on how to make paper beads. It wasn't a very good video. And so, like, a bunch of things went wrong with the video. First of all, it just wasn't a very good video. Second of all, it wasn't very well filmed. It didn't really upload very well. Like, it got cut off while I was uploading. My brother did that. Yeah, sorry about that. So, I think I'm probably just gonna delete these videos. Possibly. I might not, so that you don't think I'm crazy in this video. But anyway, let's get on with it. I'm gonna be doing a remake of how to roll paper beads and just pretty much paper beads. So yeah, let's get started. So the supplies you'll be needing are like some spare paintbrushes, which I have here. These are just tiny paintbrushes that don't really matter. And then you're going to be needing some toothpicks, like so. This might be bead roller, sorry. You can use this, but I'm going to show you both ways in this video. You'll need some Sharpies or permanent markers. Those work better because Sharpies bleed through. You're going to need some Mod Podge for the glaze, or like diamond glaze or something like that. Like just as a coat. You'll be needing Elmer's glue, some type of like wire or stretchy band to make the bracelets, some type of foam or something to put the things on, and then some type of holder for your beads. This is the holder that I use for my beads that I'm making in a bracelet, and this is just random beads. So some things you can make out of paper beads are necklaces. I forgot to mention you'll also be needing a pencil or a pen and a ruler. Sorry about that though. You can make a necklace like this. These are just random beads that I got from magazines. I didn't decorate them myself. You can also make little bracelets just like this one. This was a themed bracelet. It wasn't just random, and I did decorate these myself. So let's get on with the lesson, and yeah. So the colors I'll be using in Sharpies today are black. You're always going to need black unless you don't want lined, orange and blue, light blue. So yeah, and the measurement of how many beads I need for this specific bracelet I'm making is 15 beads, which is about, let me find the bracelet. I can't find the bracelet. Oh well. It's about my wrist length. Okay, so first of all, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a piece of paper like I have here. I've already used some beads on this piece of paper. I also forgot to mention you'll be needing scissors. I keep forgetting things as I keep going. I'm so sorry. But yeah, what you're going to do with this sheet of paper is you're going to put it long ways so that the long sides, like the 12-inch sides, are on are up and down, and the shorter sides are right and left. And you're going to get like a cutting board or a mat or something, and every middle dot on my cutting board represents a 1/2 inch. So for these, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to line your piece of paper up with your ruler or cutting board and mark every 1/2 inch, just like I did, so you can kind of see the, little fills here. Right there, the little marks that I did. And you're going to do the same thing on the side. And then you're going to take a ruler, buy my ruler. I don't use rulers anymore. The crappy kids. Sorry, so sorry, kids. Just kidding. Okay, so you're gonna take a ruler and you're gonna go to one, like to the corner, and then to one mark, and then make a line. Then go from that mark to the next mark, and it's just gonna keep making lines just like this, and I'll end up with a huge page just like this to make a bunch of beads. Okay, so I just cut out 4 little V strips like I showed you earlier. See if it's okay. It's fully zoomed out. So I just cut out these strips, and there's 4 different ways to decorate your beads, unless you find like another way that I'm not aware of. But there's 4 ways to decorate your beads that I'm aware of. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take your colors, and why you're going to need black, you're going to find out in a minute. So you're going to start out with these colors. So I'm just going to start out with blue. I don't want to mark on my board, so I'm going to get something to put under this. Okay, so I have my board that I'm going to be drawing on right here, and I'm just going to start with the blue. And on the blue, I'm starting on the thicker side. Just going to make lines just like this. Give a little space. Make a smaller line. Little space. Smaller line. And there you go. And what you could do in between the whites is color it with orange, but I'm not going to do that on camera. Okay, so that's the first way to do it. Yeah. Another way is you could, that was normal striping. Another way you could do it is make a pretty long line, about that long. Get your black, make a tiny, black spot in the middle. Get your orange, make it a little bit, or maybe about the size of the blue, maybe a little bit smaller. Get your black. Get your blue. Just cover the rest in black. That's one way. That's defined striping. Another way I guess I could show you is zebra striping. This is pretty much all you do is with your black. You could fill in with colors, but this is zebra striping. Gonna just do it like this. Just like that. That's zebra striping. If you wanted to, you could go in the white spots and fill in with color. And then the last one is uniform striping. This one actually, when you roll it, it looks a little bit more like zebra striping. It looks like you would call it zebra striping more than the actual zebra striping, if you know what I mean. But this is uniform striping. And then just cover the rest of this. And you could go back in there and fill it in with color. So those are the 4 ways to color it. again. The uniform striping, the bring this up a little bit. Uniform striping, the the uniform striping. There we go. The zebra striping, the defined striping, and the undefined striping and the defined striping. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll these for you. You'll see how to do that. Okay, so for time's sake, I'm not going to show you how to do it with toothpicks because that will just take too long. I can show you how to do it with toothpicks in another video, but I'm just going to show you how to do it on my bead roller. I got this by from Klutz. It comes in a kit, a bead rolling kit, but I just got this separate on the extras for like $4, shipping and handling included. So I'm going to go ahead and roll these beads for you. I'm going to start with the defined striping. What you're going to do is take the good side that you want showing on the bead, and you're going to face that down, okay? And there's a little slit in bead rollers, and you're just going to put the piece of paper in that slit. And you could do the same thing with magazines, but you don't have to decorate it. And so now what you're going to do is you're just going to start to roll it back and forth. Keeps sliding off. There we go. Roll it back and forth through your fingers a little bit to make sure you have it. And then you're just going to wrap it really tightly, moving it with your hand and your first finger and your thumb. Just wrapping it really tight. These are like Superman colors. I'm making this for my brother Levi. He likes Superman. So you're just gonna roll this. You can kind of see what the bead looks like already. The stupid light, you can't see the colors, but it looks really cool. It's like blue blotched, then black, then red, then black, then blue again. And of course it finishes with the black. And then you're going to take your, what's it called, Elmer's school glue, and you're just going to get the tip of that. Just wipe it like that. Zoom in a little bit. Just like that. And you're just going to put your finger there and just roll it with your hand. And wrap the glue around the bead. And don't be afraid to have like a little rag around, and then you're just gonna pull this off, if I can without ruining the bead. Pull that off of the bead roller, and here's your bead. I think for time's sake I'm only gonna roll one more for you, and then I'll go on to glazing, but it's basically the same with all the others. And if it gets deformed like this one just did, just since it's not glazed yet, just push it back into place, because you can do that with paper. And then you could just set that down. So I'll show you one more time. I'm gonna do the uniform striping this time. So you put it on a piece of paper, you start rolling it. Oh, sorry, it's like off camera. Sometimes the beads come out longer, sometimes they come out shorter. It all depends on the thickest length. Like this bottom piece, how wide this bottom piece is. The thicker part, not the point, but the thicker part. that determines how wide the bead's gonna be. So if you want it really long, or if you want it really tiny, then it depends on how wide. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm doing like everything off camera. I didn't even realize that. I should probably zoom out. So it's easier. So you're just gonna continue rolling this. Get the tip, dab it with some glue. And roll that up. Okay, so here's your bead. Just gonna take it off and put it on a toothpick. Oh, toothpick got caught on my nail. Weird. Anyway, so as you can see, this one's a little more round. This blackish one is a little bit more round than this one right here, but that's perfectly fine. So this is where your foam comes, or whatever you have, comes in handy. What you're gonna do is you're gonna undo your Mod Podge, and this is like what it looks like. Basically, where's the camera? Sorry. This is what it's gonna look like. It's just gonna be white, and it's gonna smell a little funny. I actually like the smell of it, but I've heard it smells really funny. Anyway, so you're gonna take your do down. Take one of your paint brushes, and you can just buy these cheap paint brushes that I have probably at Walmart or like in a cheap art kit or something. That's like $5. It's really cheap, but they work really well. And you're just gonna dip it in the paint, just like that. You're gonna take your bead and you're just gonna roll it back and forth. And get that, you don't have to do as many coats of glaze if you do thicker coats. But for me, it's just easier to do thin coats with a lot of coats. A lot of thin coats, there we go. But here, I'll zoom in so you can see this a little bit better. You're just rolling this back and forth. If I can find the glaze. Just like so. And then you're gonna get your foam. I just get this foam and I mark which, like, extra coats, first coat, third coat, second coat, extra coats, like I already did that, and then I can put them on the inside as well. This is just like for my camera. It's the packaging that came in. Zoom out. So I'm just gonna set this on first coat up here, just like so. Ignore that. I'm sorry, that's my sister's. Here's this. And then you're just gonna get your next bead. Get some more glaze. And remember, always wipe your glaze off your brush when you're done with your brush, because the glaze will stick the bristles from the brush together, and that's not good. So yeah. And try not to get the glaze in like the hole where you stick the toothpick through, because that's not good either. Or else it'll like stick to the toothpick, or there'll be glaze in the hole where you need to string the bead on the wire or whatever you have. So just be careful. So that's pretty good. And the amount of glaze I'm putting on